Well, it's February 27th. I made it back home to Michigan yesterday. It's been pretty warm here, same as it's been in Iowa. And then as I was driving home, they got a little shot of snow. But luckily, it warmed up again today and most of the snow is melted away. I'm with my buddy McKinley. He's got some permission ground that we can walk. So that's what we're doing today. He's on his spring break. So we got the next week that we're just gonna go out and walk around, hopefully pick up some sheds. So we're gonna get walking. First piece, he actually found a pretty good shed off the buck he killed this year here. So let's see if we can scoop something up. Well, McKinley and I have been walking. We kind of just did a perimeter and we're towards the back of the property and we're gonna work our way up. And he just called me, said he found an old shed laying in the mud. He said it sounds like a pretty good one. And then I kind of got off where I was going, heading towards him, and I just found one. It's another old one. It's a little shed, but we're gonna pick it up. Little 4-point, kind of an older shed, but we'll take it. We're gonna head over to McKinley and see what he's got.
I get stuck. I have no idea.
Is that? Dude, I think it's gonna be there's bone here and here.
Unless
I think that's gonna be.
It's a dead,
yeah.
Maybe a dead head.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna have to dig him up. The ground might be quick. Oh, he's in there a ways. It's a skull.
Oh. There's the head.
Yeah. He's frozen in there, isn't he?
Yep. So, there's a brow.
Yeah, there's the one side.
So that must be his main beam.
Oh, it's chewed already? Oh, dude. Nice. Nice. Yeah, that's a fresh one. Hold on.
Oh, they were
destroyed
it. First one for McKinley on the day. On the board.
Well, we just got back to the truck. Did 4 miles on this piece. Ended up finding 2 sheds and a deadhead. 1 fresh shed, 1 was an old shed. Pretty much the same as last year. Did we find 2 or just that 1?
This one.
He found the one off the deer he actually shot this past hunting season last year when we were walking in here. But we got probably about a week of walking that we're gonna do here. Bunch more places he's got permission, a couple of my permission pieces, my farm. Hopefully we can tally them up and find a good number, but we'll be back at it tomorrow.
As the 2024 internship comes to a close, Hayden and I have grown in our videography, photography, and editing skills.
Both Isaac and myself have experienced some really cool hunts, not only behind the camera, but both him and myself were able to harvest animals this year. I shot a bear, he shot a deer, and we got to capture both Mike and Ross's successes this previous season.
If you are looking to apply for the 2025 internship, there will be a link below in the description where you can send your cover letter and resume. Applications are due by March 3rd of 2025.
Well, it's February 28th. My dad and my buddy McKinley and I are out on our permission farm. We're gonna walk around and look for sheds today. It's a pretty cool piece. There's a lot of pines that the landowner planted many years ago. Just a pretty ideal spot for southern Michigan for looking for sheds. So I'm thinking we should definitely find a few today. We got an extra guy with McKinley. It's just my dad and I walking. So we got 3 sets of eyes. We're gonna get walking. We got perfect conditions. It's supposed to be cloudy and windy all day, so This piece should definitely take us a while, but when I get her done. First shed of the day, we're about 3 miles in. It's been kind of rough. It's typically how it goes out here. We just got to the best kind of spot on the property where they bed late season. We got a bunch of food on the other private pieces that kind of surround these pines, and these pines get a lot of sun, so they're a little bit thicker in this area, and I just found a little 4-point. On the board, we're about halfway done with this piece. We still got a little bit of pines to hit and some timber, so we're gonna keep at it. Oh geez, he has good genetics. It's a nice young deer. I think we got pictures of him. A little inside point. Little kicker. Well, that's gonna be it for the day. We put on a little over 5 miles on this piece. We don't ever have great luck here. I think the best year we ever had was like 5 sheds, or 1 shed and a deadhead today. But we'll be back out walking tomorrow. There's one other spot on this piece. It's just a huge cornfield, and then there's a little bean field that we'll come back and hit sometime this week. But besides from that, still got a lot of places that McKinley's got permission on that we need to hit yet, and then my home farm, we've been kind of holding off on that. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
You want a site that's built to last, has been proven, has a lifetime warranty, and is made right here in the USA. HHA makes sites for all archers, all skill levels, and for all users. Whether you're flinging arrows in the backyard or going on the trip of a lifetime, trust isn't built overnight. It's built by being #1 for decades. HHA.
It's March 2nd here today in southern Michigan, out on our home farm, my dad and I. My dad's frost seeding some clover into this plot. This is actually a hot chick plot, and this yellow stalky stuff is forage oats that we planted as a nurse crop last fall. The hot chick was amazing for us last year. It's a variety of clovers, and it's got some chicory in it as well. And they hammered it. This is actually right where I killed my buck here this year. He was just past this scrape post we got out. But we're planting, we're frost seeding Comeback Kid by Domain in this plot today. It's just another clover variety by Domain. So we just want to keep this going. It was by far our most productive plot this year. We actually turned this whole field into a clover field. We got this 2 acres and 1.5 acres over there. The 1.5 acres is already established. We actually frost seeded that last spring, and then we planted the hot chick by Domain this fall, and this has been the destination food source this past year. So we're gonna get to it. My dad's gonna start spreading the Comeback Kid, and we got about 2 acres to do, and then we're gonna get out later this afternoon and do a little bit of shed hunting. So I'm excited. Should be a real fun day. Well, everyone's in the house getting ready. We're about to do a little family shed hunt. We just watched the Spartans take down the Badgers in basketball. That felt pretty good. So we're gonna get out and do some walking. We got a couple food plots that we're gonna hit, a couple little pockets of woods and some CRP. So I'm excited. I think this year might be a little bit different. I think we're gonna have some luck and hopefully find a couple.
Well, I still didn't find a unicorn. Ross found it.
First shed of the day. It's actually a 2-point. No brow tines. We're just combing this field. Keep going. Well, my mom just found shed number 2 for the day. A little spike. And I think I got the other side of this guy. We're just scanning a turnip field right now. We got one more pass on it. Well, we just finished up the shed hunt. Found 2 sheds, a little spike and a little 2-point. We pretty much combed all the fields and everything in between them. Not ideal conditions, it's sunny and pretty cold. But we're gonna be back out on a day where it's a little bit more cloudy to hit some of the switchgrass and the CRP and stuff. It's just impossible to look in right now. So we'll be back out walking tomorrow after we finish up the semi-live. We got about 2.5 days, hopefully, to get out and find some more sheds. But till then, we'll see you tomorrow. It is Monday, March 3rd. Just cranked out the semi-live, and I'm out with my buddy McKinley again, walking another piece that he has permission on. We got a bunch of kind of cut up timber blocks and some cornfields that we're gonna be looking in today. I feel pretty good about it. We got some secluded fields that we're gonna be hitting. We're gonna kind of cover some ground today, bounce around a couple of these smaller pieces. It's about 12:30, so we got about 6 hours until it gets dark. We're gonna try and get as much walking in today as we can. Hopefully come up lucky. Well, just found my first shed of the day. I actually watched a podcast, or listened to a podcast, a guy talking about creek crossings, and that's a real good spot. It's kind of overlooked, and I just found one. There's a real good crossing on this trail. See, real good trail. Got one right there. Oh, it's a big spike. McKinley's been looking for a spike. It's a good spiker.
Lucky. I want a spike so bad. It's a goal. That's the
Maybe
goal.
Maybe you'll hold on to it for your luck.
Yeah.
We're kind of
if I had the choice, it'd be like a 3-inch spike.
Yeah. We're kind of working our way back to some more fields. We just checked the first one. Decent sign, no sheds. I'm following this creek, like I said, back to this field. We're gonna split up once we get to these fields. But we're on the board. Just found that spike little ways back here, and just found shed number 2. And it looks like it's been chewed up a little bit. Laying right next to this creek crossing once again. Pick it up. That is not a shed. I thought that was a shed. Shed number 2. McKinley and I are kind of gridding this waterway right here. Looks like a decent 5-point and younger buck, but let's pick it up. This got short tines, no brow tines.
He's young.
That's surprisingly not. This is my biggest shed of the year. We just started gridding this waterway. Kinley was walking the edge, and I was walking like a row inside of it. I just found one. Let's keep walking.
Just walking this edge, and Ross is walking the middle. About 60 yards from where he found his. Little guy. I think so. I think it's the other side of the one Ross found. Looked like it hurt coming out. Took half of his skull.
Magnum.
He was probably this wide, do you think?
Yeah. I'm off.
New set of rattling antlers.
Turning.
Yeah, this one got chewed on a little already.
Yeah. That's sweet. Just found it to be shed number 4 for the both of us today. And it is one that is, I think it's probably been laying here a while. It's chewed to like nothing. But let's go check it out. It's gonna break. There you go. Pretty productive day. We found 4 sheds. One was a mat shed. That was pretty cool. We got all day tomorrow. We're gonna be out walking. Got a couple pieces that we're gonna, family friends, we're gonna ask, see if we can get on permission wise. We got a couple other ones in our back pocket. I think tomorrow's gonna be the day where we really find success, so I'm excited about that. So it's gonna be it for today, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good morning. It is March 1st today. Quite a bit cooler today than it's been. It's been temps in the 50s, even pushing 60 here the last few days. But today it cooled off significantly. It's, I think, highs in the low 30s. Mid 30s maybe. Kind of a stiff north wind, which I don't mind at all. I rather walk when it's these temps than when it's 50, 60, just because you don't get sweated up, and it's a good temp to be walking around in. So one thing I got going against me today is another day of the full sun. There's a couple clouds in the sky right now, but they're forecasting full sun most of the day, so we'll see how that goes. Pretty excited, heading to some private stuff that I usually wait until the right time to get into, and the time is now, so I'm heading to check those out. No intel as far as what's in there. It's just, you know, some spots that I like to walk every year and typically turn something up, so we'll see. Should be a good day. We're gonna put a lot of miles on, fight the sun, and see what we can pick up. Well, I just got my heart broken right off the bat. Walking down this edge, and I seen tines sticking up right on the edge of the field here. And when I got closer, I realized it's a deadhead that's, the one antler's busted off the skull and moved a few feet, and then I see the other side laying here attached to the skull. Thought I had a shed. I do not. I'll show you guys what I seen. There's the skull with the antler attached, and then I seen this one from a ways away. I seen that beam sticking up. I've seen the tip of that sticking up, but obviously goes to there. I'll leave that lay. Damn it, thought we were on the board, but we're not. Keep moving. We are just shy of 2 miles. I got this big cut cornfield down here with a ton of waterways. There's probably 6, 7, 8 of them. Up and down all those. Kind of worked around this pond that's down below me here. And I came up on top here, and we just got on the board. Looks like a pretty nice one. Just found a hanger. First one of them I found in a while. Heather found one just the other day. I'm kind of coming down this grassy terrace, and the grass is pretty long, but there's all this brushy stuff, and every now and then you get in an area that's kind of smashed down. And I'm in one of those smashed down areas. And I see this one hanging up here. Let's take a look at it. Busted up. Looks like a mature deer, but he's missing his 2's busted, his 3's almost completely gone. and his brow's a little busted, but pretty fresh. Well, I just ran into a crew of 4 guys that were out looking on the same property. They had permission from the landowner also, and the one guy actually hunts the farm. He killed a really big buck in here a couple years ago that I had an antler off of. So we talked for a while. That last antler that I picked up that was busted, they actually were coming around from the other side of the farm, and they had the match to that, actually not too far from where I was at, through an area that I was definitely gonna go through eventually. But good dudes. Sounds like they're pulling out of here to go check some other stuff out. But I got one last spot here I want to walk through, and then gonna get out of here. Just got the 2 antlers so far. Not sure how long my track is. I'm just shy of 4 miles right now, so gonna hit a little bit more on this farm and then head somewhere else. Just kind of gridding around in this hillside here. The landowner has cattle in here a lot of the time, so it's grazed down pretty good. Just found an old one. I didn't come through here last year, and this one was definitely laying here for a year. Oh, 4-point, old. Number 3 on the day. Just got to a different farm, dropped down in here. A couple waterways in this bean field with a pond down below, and I came around the corner of this pond. I see one down here. It's probably underwater for quite a while. It's right on the edge of the water line. Looks old. Let's get it. There's a shed at one point. They chewed the end of it right off. But just a kind of a shitty 3-point, but we'll take it. It's 4 on the day. Just got to a new piece. I actually just got permission on this piece. When I was driving this morning, I seen a group of deer come into this. It's like a 40-acre pasture with a bunch of cedars and a bunch of thick stuff, it looks like, and I seen looked like a group of shed bucks come in here. So I just stopped and knocked on the farmer's door, and he gave me the green light. He's actually got like 300 plus acres here, so should keep me busy for a little while. He's got cattle on quite a bit of it, so it could be interesting, but I definitely want to go through this part where I seen these deer cross this morning. It very well could be where they're bedding, so we'll see how this goes. Well, it didn't take long. We got on the board. Got a 4-point over here. Let's grab it. I was just up on the edge of the cedars here, and I was seeing a bunch of hair. So I was kind of expecting to find a body, and I was kind of looking around for a while, didn't find anything, and I got down by this creek, just found a dead buck. It's just the, well, I guess it's the backbone and the head. Just found a relic. It's older than shit, but it's got a pedicle on it, it looks like. Just shy of 3 miles on this piece. Got those 2 old ones, one from last year and one from a long time ago. But we just spotted another one. This looks like it is definitely fresh, right up under the cedar. Kind of just working around in all this pasture ground. Looks like he moves the livestock around
and a lot of these areas are just mowed down, and wherever the cattle aren't, it seems like there's fresh deer sign. So plus, who knows if anyone's ever walked this good, so I'm kind of hitting everything. Let's go grab this antler. Super fresh, lots of blood on it. Right up underneath this cedar. Another old one. 4-point, long main beam, short tines. But it's been here for probably a couple years. That's three old ones and 1 fresh one on this new piece. Just found a good one. It's crazy. I was actually just talking to myself and I'm like, man, this piece just has that vibe that you're gonna find something big. And it wasn't probably 2 minutes after that. I came up around the end of this pond and was skirting this fence line coming down here. It's just, I just was close to it, taking pictures of it, but I'm gonna show you guys what I seen. I'm coming down this fence and right through this stuff, I seen the big brow. This thing's got like a hammer brow. It's a 5-point. It's the biggest antler I've found all year for sure. Yeah, it might be the best brow tine I've ever found on a shed. It's big. Man, feels good to find something nice. Look at that thing. Gosh. Thank you, Lord, for letting me pick the right route to find something like that. A lot of miles. A lot of miles that you guys don't see. You don't find much at all, and then all of a sudden you stumble on something like this. Freaking hammer. Hopefully the other side's laying up on this hill above here, or right down below where I'm at. Can't hardly talk. Get worked up when you find something big like that. What an antler. Time to start gridding. My phone died. I've been looking for that match since 3 o'clock or 3:20 or something when I picked it up. I mean, I piss pounded this. And I kind of gave up on it. Circled back because I wanted to go through this timber again now that the sun is down. And I was coming back across this pasture. I just found another one. Number 10. Cool inside point, huge break off. I'll take it. I don't know how this thing laid out in this pasture for probably a couple years, but I'm gonna spin back through these woods and give it one more look here before it gets dark, and maybe without the sun I can get something in here. I'm out of breath. I just came up out of this big nasty ditch and just found another one. Oh man, I'm out of shape. Number 11, Freshie, little 4-point. Just about back to the truck. Look at that sunset. Pack full of antlers. Good day.